Hi, my name's Phil from Fun to Fix. Welcome to my channel. In this channel I attempt to fix an iPad 7th gen. Stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoy it, and if so then please press that subscribe button to see more videos like this. So here we have it, my first iPad 7th gen. I've been looking for one of these for quite a while really, but they're very expensive, as this one was, as you'll see shortly. But smash screen, so that's the only thing that's wrong with it. So yeah, here's the advert. Got this off eBay. So as you can see there, I paid £175 for it, plus £3.70, so just short of £180 for this iPad. But here we go, it's an iPad 7th gen, 32 gig, 10.2 inch, which is what I wanted for the bigger screen. It's used, the screen is smashed, no other damage, device still works. So yeah, it's perfect really for what I want. Because don't forget, in the UK at this moment in time, these go for over £300. This is the newest iPad that you can get at this moment, not including the Pros. The screen for these is about £25, so adding that to the 175 is, plus the postage, is just over £200 for a fully working iPad 7th gen, which it does. There is absolutely nothing wrong. The screen still works. It's just cracked. So yeah, that's still they're worth over £300, so it's still worth doing. I can build this. I should be able to repair this for £200, and I get myself an iPad 7th gen for £200. So that's exactly what I wanted. So first thing we need to do, as always, is to get this screen off. We'll do this in speeded up time, so I'm not wasting your time. You can flick through it obviously, because you've seen this probably loads of time. There'll be no different than taking off the iPad 6. I think the cable connections are just down here again. You've got to watch out for them. Watch out for the Wi-Fi antennas here. This is not a 3G, 4G version, it's just Wi-Fi, otherwise it'd have another bit on the back there. So therefore, that's all we need to worry about. So yeah, let's get down to it. Let's get this screen off. Okay, so now I've got it open, so next thing, let's get this screen off and let's get this away and protected in the wrap so that it doesn't get damaged. Okay, it appears to be some nasty glue just sticking that down there. So I'm being very careful just to break that sticking to that glue without doing anything to the screen. There we go. So it's loosened, so hopefully we can ease that up for the rest of the way. Hang on. So these bits are still in the way. Okay. Feel it releasing now. Feeling better. Let's just ease it back. Let's check underneath. Yep, usual connections. So we'll just ease it back a bit. There we go. That's it. She's free. Now what mistake I did before is all this sticky stuff here. When I put the screen down before, it got stuck on that. So this time I'm going to put that bag right there, then I can lay the screen on, because you need to bring it in a bit because this wire is not long enough to lay it all the way out. Okay, so number one is we need to disconnect the battery because we don't want to blow this up, so let's do that. Okay, so I seem to have missed that bit of recording of that. I pressed the wrong button and it stopped rather than recording. So basically what I've done, I took this plate off here, released the front screen, the LCD, released the digitizer. Here was the connector for the Touch ID, which cabled under this little piece of rubber, and that went to the screen. I've kept the front screen so that I can, when I get the new one, I'll know exactly where the Touch ID goes, etc. And now it's just time for me to clear off all the glass and all this stickiness, which I'll do off camera because it's just me scraping at glass and sticky. So I'll come back when I've got this prepared. Okay, so I've cleaned it all up, so I've took all the glass off, got most of the sticky off around the edges. And this is the next day now, so I actually cut my finger while I was doing a DIY job outside, so that's why I suddenly got this on. Also I had to wait for the new screen, which has come. So interesting, the new screen has actually come with a home button on. Now these buttons are mated to the actual device itself, so I'm pretty sure that button is not going to work. But what I'm interested to see is, when I connect this up, what does happen? Will that button not work at all, or will it just not work for Touch ID? So what I'm going to test this screen anyway. So I'm going to just put it together to test it, and then let's see what this home button does. And then obviously I'm expecting it to do nothing. If it does nothing, then what we need to do is swap all of this out with the original home button from my other screen, which obviously I've kept out of the way in a box. And yeah, so let's do that. So interestingly, if you look at the original one here, this had a turn, a fold over turn here, because I was thinking that's the wrong way up to go into that connector. So I've got to make a turn, but I'm probably not going to use this button anyway. But just be aware that if you were replacing the button, then you do need to make a turn like so. So I'm just going to do it lightly for now. Okay, that's that. So now I'll put the LCD screen in, and what I'm going to do is remove this piece of rubber, because this sat underneath this piece of rubber, that's why I had the bend in it. So this sat down there, but I'm only going to be laying it on gently, so I'm not too worried about it at the moment. So let's move that out of the way. Bring the screen back. Okay, so let's pull the battery thing out. I've just pressed down on that. It's usually enough just to connect the battery just to test. Which it isn't at the moment, so let's try again. There we go. So gently lay this over. Don't want to damage the connections. Now you might think this is black, so I've decided to change the screen because I much prefer the black screens rather than the white ones. So, and this is for me. So okay, so I'll just put the passcode in. It's good the screen's working there. So now. Okay, so it doesn't like Touch ID because it doesn't recognise the button. So if I do that, if I press the button, what does that mean? Oh, Sky, must have hit Sky Go there. Button, so the button does work. Yeah, so the button works, but there'll be no Touch ID. So that's fine. If you just wanted to replace your button after you've broken it, because they actually need reprogramming by Apple only if you actually lose the button. But I've got the original button still in the broken screen, which I've got here. So let's swap that over and get this in here, and then we can use the correct button. So that's just proof everything's working, which is nice. So let's power it off and do that. Okay, so there's a protector on both sides of this, so that's I can put my fingers all over this. This is going to get peeled off. So looking around, we have this piece here that's already there. We've got the sticky already attached to this, which is great. I've got some sticky on here, they'll need sticking down, but I'll do them shortly because the bottom screen protector here is actually in place over this. So if I stick them down, then I can't get this screen protector off. I know that from last time I did it. Okay, so what we're looking at now is I need to get this Touch ID off. So what I'm going to do is let's mess with this one. This is slightly different, but there shouldn't be any difference anyway. So looking down here, see some of this is the rubber that was off the original screen. So I've lost a lot of that, unfortunately. Anyway, so I may have to lift this screen protector up again because it looks like this runs along with the edge of the shiny stuff. Okay, so I need to might lift that last so we can keep the glue sticky as long as possible. There's quite a bit of glue on these, so I'm going to have to heat these up to get these off. What I might do, I think last time I did a button change, it wasn't clicky as much at the end of it. There's a little metal piece, you probably won't be able to see, I'll show you when I take off. A little metal circle on the back of there that your button presses into. So I need to make sure that that is central. Actually, oh yeah, it is, yeah. Okay. So let's get this off this side. It's brought some sticky with it, so it might be good for the new one. So I might try and leave all this in the same position. Now there is a little bit of a seal around here as well, so I want to see if I can keep that. No, I just thought of something. Of course I've got a white button here. Can't change the screen. Yeah, it's going to look daft in there, isn't it? I can't do it. Oh well. What I'll do is I'll order a white screen. That's a shame. Okay, let's get this button. Well, don't leave it now actually, because if I'm going to get one to fix that and it has a broken button, then I can just use this as it is. Okay, so I'll go off, I'll order a white screen and then we'll come back when I get the new screen. I've just thought, I can use the magic of YouTube to get me a white screen. Let's try that. There we go, one white screen. Let's get the button fitted. Okay, so there's the original button that is mated to the logic board on the iPad, so we need to get that in place of this one. So let's get this one out. Luckily it's not stuck down, so they've got some sticky here but it hasn't been used, so that's really good. So that feels very nice, that actually went on quite easy. What I'm going to do is just heat that glue up a little bit and then I'll press it down and hopefully it'll just stick a little bit better. As you can see, it's very easily melted glue, so you don't need a lot of heat for these. And also the glue along here. Just Just make sure it's nice and stuck down. There's plenty of sticky left in that anyway, so. Okay, so in fact, yes, I think I've just done the same mistake. I was going to say a mistake I did last time was I stuck this on top of the this screen cover. So I'll remove some of this. Okay, put the screen protector over top of that. Now again, this bit here has got sticky on. I think what I'm inclined to do is do that just when we're actually fitting it, because then that'll stick over and that'll stick over that one. So what I'll do now is let's pop this back in and we'll test it, and just to see that it's all still working, the home book works and fingerprint reader and all stuff like that. So let's do that. Okay, screen's temporarily reconnected. It's not whinging about the home button now, so let's just see if I can go to Touch ID. Add a fingerprint, place your finger. Oh, I get the side here. There we go. Yep, working great. Good, no problems with that. Right, so let's turn it off and let's get it fully back together. Everything taped up as it should be. So let's do that. Final test. Okay, looks good. Happy. Okay, power off, let's stick it down. So let's secure the screen and then we'll clean it, and then I like to add a little bit of extra glue in the corners just to hold it down, as you probably know. Okay, quite happy with that. I think we've got everything on there. So sticky's off there, so let's take the screen protector off here. And some extra glue in the corners, as mentioned. And now we are ready for closure. So here we go. That edge in first, over there, push it in, and bottom edge then. Okay, so I'm going to put this under pressure now for overnight really, and then we should come back tomorrow and see if this is stuck down nicely. So here we go, one completely fixed iPad 7th gen. This cost me £175 for the iPad with a broken screen, and the replacement screen was just £25. So all in all, I'm in for £200 on this, and this is certainly worth like 300 plus over here in the UK at this time. So yeah, I think I've got a bad, and I'm going to keep this one for me now. So I'm going to use this as a monitor for my GoPro, so I can see what I'm videoing. So yeah, all in all, I think it was a bargain. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.